Hello everyone, welcome to What If Issei was banished by the factions died and got infamous second son powers part 1. This story is a part of chronological order 1. I have put the chronology number in title so you guys can have better understanding. Before we start, please go support AndresFelipeSolanoDi in the black for writing that awesome fanfic. Now let's begin. Chapter 1. Coming home. You could see a chestnut tree walking through the forest and you admired how the chestnut tree looked at the illuminated city in the distance. It was Issei with different clothes. He had a hat and a jacket with an eagle on it and a chain in his hand. Issei. The weather is a little hot today, but I have finally arrived at Kuo. I have finally returned to my home. Issei Hyodo is back. Issei. Now I have to go see Azazel. How long has it been since I said her name? Flashback. A scene shows a trial. In the trial there is a person someone treated as guilty. Issei he was being blamed, while Azazel tries to defend him. Screams could be heard from his mouth and he telling everyone that he is innocent. Issei. Azazel, stop, I'm not lying, they believe what they want. Azazel. Issei, you really are innocent because you don't defend yourself. This is a mistake. Issei. There is no point in telling the truth if only one person believes you and 1,000 don't. Azazel, this was already decided a long time ago. All that remains is to accept the consequences despite not being to blame. That is the right thing to do. End of flashback. Issei. Yes, Azazel is the only one I can trust. The good thing is that he gave me his phone number, so when he needs help from him, it's time to call him. Let's hope he hasn't changed his number these years away. Elsewhere, Azazel was at Grigori's headquarters walking through the laboratories. The place was already alone, and he was the only person there when his phone rings. Azazel. Hello. Issei. Hello, Azazel. Azazel. Who's talking? Issei. It's me, Issei Hyodo. How long? Azazel. Shocked. Wait, I see. What the hell does this mean? Is it really you all these years without any news from you? Issei. Let's meet at a nearby restaurant. You'll recognize me easily. The only thing different is my clothes. See you there. Azazel was still shocked. He couldn't believe it was him. He hadn't heard from him in 2 years. But Issei. A brunette could be seen sitting calmly at one of the restaurant tables while he waited for the arrival of his friend and mentor. Issei. You arrived. Azazel. Hello, how long? Issei. Hello Azazel, how have you been? Azazel. Fine, but we both know that years of not calling me and your sudden appearance are not for nothing. That's why I want to get straight to the point and ask the questions myself. Issei. Okay. Azazel. First question, where were you? Issei. When they banished me, I was not allowed to return. They put a seal on the city. If I got close it would hurt me to kill. A painful punishment. The only way to break it was to Draig, and they sealed it with magic too. At least it was merciful not to take it from me. For that I am grateful. Anyway, so I went to a city in another country called Seattle. Azazel. My second question, what did you ask with the fake ID I gave you? Issei. You talk about the magical identification that you gave me when I was banished and that it changes the identity or creates a new one at random. Sigh. Because I changed my name to Delson Rowe. It told me that I was Reggie Rowe's distant brother and I lived with him. I learned to do graffiti. I always bothered him by doing graffiti of him. He was a great person. Feelings of sadness come with the words of him noticing that something went wrong. Azazel. Well, my last question, if you broke the seal, does that mean you got Draig back? Issei. Moved his head to the sides. Unfortunately not Azazel. I was able to break the seal on my arm thanks to something special. In turn the one in the city was also thanks to that special something. But I don't want to talk about that now anyway. When I broke the seal, when I did it Draig didn't wake up. I just don't feel it in my arm. I wonder if it's because of that power. It has to be. It can't be anything else. Azazel. I know that Issei is hiding something from me. Without Draig there was no other way to break the seal of the city. But this is not the time to ask questions that he won't say now. Even if I am willing to help him, well, what do you want, or rather how can I help you? My friend. Issei. First of all I want you to know that I came back looking for the culprit of the murder of the Magic Council 2 years ago, and that my goal is not to rejoin the Grimoire group. It's not that I don't want it, it's that they wouldn't accept me without believing me. I want to do this alone. Also, how is the president? Nostalgia showed in his words, hinting at what it was like to lose a love. Azazel. Shocked. You want to catch the murderer of the council on your own? Well, I want you to know that you can always count on me when you need help. I will tell you that we have no idea about the murder of the council 2 years ago. The guards claimed that they saw you. They entered their memories to confirm such a thing. They also said that it was you who had the most reason because you did not trust them, although the evidence was seeing you, and your resentment was what they had, and the most substantial thing is why you were incriminated because there was no one else. I think you were a scapegoat, but we had no choice but to accept that truth, although I was skeptical of it. The strangest thing is that in the murder there were many traces of smoke. It was strange. As for Rias, she was still fine. A little sad when I remember you. She loved you. With all the evidence against you, she felt betrayed by you, and that's why she walked away from you, but I know that she still loves you. Azazel's words surprised Issei, but she couldn't go see her and say hello after years just like that. Issei. I'm glad to see that she's okay, but about the incident, this is getting more and more difficult. They saw me, and there was a lot of smoke in the place. It'll be like, no, that shouldn't be the case, that happened ago. 2 years. Thank you for having you and telling me how the president is. I want to know if you can get me a hotel to spend the night. Azazel. Sure, no problem. Issei. Lastly, I want to know how my parents are. Azazel. They're fine. When you left, we told them that you were going on a trip for a while, and we altered their memories. We didn't do anything bad to them, don't worry. Issei. Azazel, know that I will fight for you, no matter what you did to me. I don't hold a grudge against you. You gave me more happy moments than painful ones. Azazel. Smiles. I'm glad to hear it. Well, I'll call you at night. I'll have everything ready by then. Now take care of yourself. The seal is broken. Many of you should already know that you're here. See you. Issei. Well, see you. In the underworld, Rias can be seen sitting at a round table with other members of different factions. Vali, the group of Rias and Sona. Surziches. The seal has been broken. Hyodo. Issei is returned. Everyone was very serious about what Surziches said, especially a certain Rias who was a little nervous and had sweaty hands. Serafal. How is it possible? Since she was able to break the seal, we sealed the security in his arm. He couldn't use his power, and even if she broke the seal on his arm, we would have felt his power released. Surziches. This is the thing, when the Kuo seal was broken I didn't feel the security. Miguel. They are sure it's him. We haven't heard from him for 2 years, plus we don't feel the security. It could be someone else. Surziches. I don't think so. The banishment seal only affected him. There is no way that someone who wasn't affected could undo it, and even so, without the security, his physical abilities are those of a human, so he cannot undo the seal without his dragon powers. At that moment a dimensional gap opens and everyone pays attention to it and sees that a black-haired woman appears, someone of utmost importance and power. The office. Hyodo. Issei is alive and in the city. I no longer feel Draig in him, but I can see the remains of Draig's essence left over, and if he is here. At that moment everyone made complicated faces. It was a very difficult and problematic situation, since they would have to think about whether to act kindly or fight with him. Ali. So my old rival is alive and here. I want to see how strong he has become. Rafia. Vali remembers the crime of murder that Issei committed and for which we condemn him. We do not know what he is up to or where he was these years. Perhaps he is planning an attack against us because of what happened 2 years ago. We cannot take it lightly. Ali. I know, but I still don't believe that. Honestly, that day of the trial my participation was negative because I had other issues, otherwise I would have defended him as Azazel. Rafia. That would leave suspicions about you as Azazel and trouble for that. Ali. Like I care. Surziches. Well, we have to make a decision since we don't know if he is an enemy or friend, or if he will attack the inhabitants as revenge. Having said that, our decision becomes hostile towards Issei, which causes the decision of who is going to take care of him. Even though I don't like to say it. Rias. Then let us take care of the fate of our family, we know him better than anyone. The atmosphere became uncomfortable due to the history that Rias and Issei have, not rather the group Gremory and Issei. We all know that those who developed the most with Issei were Rias' group. Surziches. Rias, this is not to get over it, right? Rias. None of that, brother, that was a long time ago, please let me finish it. His words showed pain and frustration. Issei, I love you, I always will, but you betrayed us because this has to be like this, because I have to kill you. It's unfair. I just want to see you one last time to know what to say or do. At that moment another voice spoke. Sona. I agree, let's let Rias take charge. Of all those present here, I think Rias and his group are the best to take care of the job. Sona's suggestion was correct, but at the same time it was difficult to take. If anyone doubted, they did not know what he could do, but it was clear that they were the best because they knew him more, but that would also harm them. But in the end everyone would end up giving in. Surziches. Well, that's all for now, Rias, we leave it in your hands. Rias. Yes. Ali. Laughs. Sometimes it is better to listen to the heart than the head. Rias. Yes. At that moment all the leaders left Vali and office too, disappearing in magical circles, and only the group of Rias and Sona remained. Rias. Thank you, Sona, for supporting us. Sona. Of course there is no problem, but you are sure you can put your feelings aside in this? I would look at her with pity. Rias. Lowers head. Yes. Sona. Well, see you. At that moment, Sona's entire group comes out with her. Rias would look to the side and see her companions Kiba, Akeno, Asia, Zenobia, Irina, Kaneko, Gasper, Roswis and Ravel Phoenix had come to this meeting for Issei after the decision. Their expressions were not good, but they couldn't do more either. Issei is considered a criminal who was forgiven by banishing him and forbidden to return. If he did it there would be punishment. There is nothing left to do but accept that bittersweet feeling. Rias. Come on. Elsewhere in Kuo City, Issei and Azazel could be seen entering the apartment. Azazel. What do you think? Issei. It's great, it looks amazing, thanks for the help. Azazel. No problem, but you already have clues about the culprit of the council's murder. Issei. No, but I will have them soon, apparently he is going to act. I didn't tell you this, but he sent me a message after 2 years. Azazel. Shocked, what kind of message? Issei. A letter, which said let's start the game at once. Do you want the advice? Was the start button of this game. Now we need to play it. Why don't we start level 1? I'll wait for you at your old home. Azazel. I don't understand anything with reference to him. What is he playing, and why does he decide to act after 2 years? Obviously he is not looking to kill you, otherwise he would have already done it or tried when they sealed Draig. What does he want from you? Issei. I don't know who the letter was signed with the nickname Black, so I already know his name or at least what to call him. Azazel. Black, it gives me a bad feeling. Issei. I also wonder who he is and what he is looking for. Elsewhere, you could see a subject hidden in a shadow, you couldn't see his face, but the area was a kind of factory. Black. Hahaha, well, the pieces that I worked on for these years are now in place, isn't it? Hyoto. Issei. Let's play this game, you and I, whoever wins. Issei. Let's start this story. Chapter 2. Reunion. It was daytime, the sun was shining, Issei was in the living room eating quietly. He was settling into his new apartment, after all, he recently returned home and wanted to see how his new life was going. Issei. Azazel went to attend to his affairs as leader of the Fallen Angels faction, and I should also go out to attend to mine. But I don't know where to start or rather where to look, and Black doesn't seem to be very striking. I'm here, nothing has happened. That's why this upsets me. Suddenly the house phone rings and Issei would get up to answer it, however the feeling he gave was not pleasant. Issei. Hello, who is speaking? Black. We start the game. Issei, get ready. Issei. Who are you? Immediately the calm face was gone, now there was a cold atmosphere in the call, not knowing who the other voice was from. Black. You already know my name, it's in the letter I gave you, that's why you're here, isn't it? Issei. Shocked. Black. Good, why don't we start the first level, the game is called You Can Find Me. Bye. Issei. Wait, altered. Black. What do you want? Issei. Because you killed the council and framed me, because I am in your plan, who you are and what I did to you to make you want to kill or hurt me, I deserve answers. Black. Kill you, hurt you, you're not very wrong, what I'm doing is helping you, and as for the advice and your other questions, find me and I'll answer them, goodbye. Issei. Wait, we're not done yet, screams upset. The last thing to be heard was the slow but incessant sound of the disconnected call, followed by Issei's anger. Issei. Damn, the phone is heard ringing again, and Issei quickly grabs the phone. Issei. Hello, altered. Azazel. Hello, Issei, something's going on, I wanted to see how you are. I have to tell Issei that he will have to prepare. Issei. Nothing, I can't tell Azazel about Black, I'll do this alone. Azazel. Issei, listen to me carefully. Nervous. Issei. What's wrong, Azazel, why are you nervous? Azazel. The leaders of the factions among other people already know that you are here, they told me recently, they sent a group to take care of you, they will not hesitate to attack you. Issei. Who did they send? Azazel. To the group, I don't want to say this. Issei. To the group. Azazel. I'm really sorry, Issei, I know you didn't want to see her like that again, but there's no other way out. To the group of Grimoire Rias. Issei. Shocked the president. Like a bullet in the head, hearing that name would be perplexed, I couldn't believe that I would see her so quickly and not be able to speak calmly. Azazel. I'm sorry, Issei, I won't be able to help you with this. If they know that I know where you are and that I hid you and gave you a home could cause a big problem. Issei. I know for the moment I will stay out of it, but if they find me I will have no choice but to fight with the president. Azazel. I know, that's why I would recommend not leaving your apartment. I'm also worried about how you'll fight her. Issei. I know, see you. Azazel. Okay, hangs up. Issei. I'm sorry, Azazel, but with Black, I can't stay here and do nothing. After those words, ignoring the dangers, Issei leaves his apartment in a hurry, running through the streets. Issei. I will play your game, Black, I will find you. Above Issei, a bat is seen flying, it was a familiar, the familiar of Rias, heading to the occult club, and 5 members of the Grimoire group are seen. Rias. Looks like we found it. Zenobia. It seems like we should go now. Her look on him was sad. Kiba. What should we do? President showed sadness and remorse in her words. Akeno. Maybe we should have convinced the others. Her gaze was fixed on the ground. Kaneko. Asia didn't want to come see how we fought against Issei. Ross was had to go deal with matters with Auden, and Ravel is with Asia comforting her. She said that while she was shaking. Rias. Come on, Issei, because I have to kill you, because you betrayed us, I feel like I'll have to see you to know, even if it's the last time. After that the Grimoire group would be seen leaving the occult club and heading to where Issei is ready to kill. Issei. Damn, where the call came from, looks around carefully. There is nothing, even if he knows my number. This is very strange. Angry. Damn, I have 1,000 questions in my head about that guy, and I don't have a single damn answer. Rias. Akeno. Extinguished star holy lightning. Issei. But what? A huge explosion would occur, the city is dyed grey, indicating a magical barrier, all that would be seen is smoke and fire in the attack that Issei received. Rias. It seems that we gave him the Keno. Yes, I think so. Tiba. Look at that. But at that moment Issei arises from the rubble without any scratches. Issei. How long President has looked at her was sad and painful. Everyone was shocked because Issei couldn't be seen with any scratches. Rias. Issei, you already know right, we don't have a choice sad. Issei. I know. Zenobia. Then why did you betray us? Because you came back with tears in my eyes. If you had walked away you wouldn't be here and we wouldn't have to do this. Issei. To find the real culprit of the Magic Council murder. Her words were like a hard blow to her heart. How could she continue saying that despite everything? Kaneko. All the evidence points to you. You don't know how we feel knowing what you did and you continue with it with tears in your eyes. Issei. I know, you can't believe me without proof, right? The conflict will be impossible to avoid. Akeno. I'm sorry Issei said. Rias. In this dimensional zone we will be able to fight without harming anyone, nor will we hold back the buildings. Issei. I know I won't hurt them much or kill them. Giba. Do you think you can beat us? We have gotten stronger in the 2 years you were gone. Annoyed by his attitude. Issei. Curious, I have also become strong. He unrolled a chain from his arm. Akeno. Lightning. Rias. Destruction. Akeno would summon lightning to hit Issei, and Rias would form a ball of demonic energy and throw it towards Issei. Issei. They have become strong, but all that would be seen after those words is smoke. Tiba. Issei died. Kaneko. No, I feel close, but what happened? Then the smoke would gather, every particle of smoke was gathering. Zenobia. What's happening? Everyone would be simply shocked to see Issei how his body came together and united while he had smoke in his hands, something unheard of and impossible. Issei. My turn. She approaches with her chain hitting Rias and Akeno throwing them away. Issei. I held back, that will be enough for them to not be able to get up. Tiba. What's going on? Issei sword birth. Zenobia. Come on former Durandal. Issei. Jumps and dodges ex Durandal. It seems like I've missed a lot these last 2 years. Smoke shot. He would fire multiple shots at Kiba and Zenobia, leaving them lying on the ground. Kaneko. Shocked I kill everyone easily. Issei. Looked at Kaneko. Kaneko, could you take them please? You are the only one who is not unconscious or out of battle. Kaneko. Because you let me go and don't finish me off. After those words exclaimed, thinking that he was going to kill her and was playing with her, giving hope, she would suddenly see Issei crying with tears in his eyes. Issei. Please, wiping away tears. Kaneko. Yes. Kaneko with tears in her eyes would take all the members of the occult club one by one. Issei didn't even bother to look at her. Kaneko. Issei senpai, you didn't want to hurt us, right? It was us who forced you to attack us, neither of us had a choice, you even held back, that shows that you really are a good person, so you couldn't kill the Magic Council with blood. Cold, from now on I'm going to listen to my heart because that's what I decided. In fact, I should have listened to it a long time ago when they accused you. Now it's too late to ask for forgiveness. The dimensional zone disappears. Kaneko had taken them, carrying all of her injured companions, and Issei would be standing on the street looking up at the sky. Issei. I must continue searching. Smoke shift. 2 hours later we see Rias waking up in a bed, and next to her Asia was asleep, knowing who had cured her. Rias. What happened? Asia. Starts to wake up slowly. Rias. Asia, where am I? Asia. At home. Kaneko brought her here after the battle. Rias. Altered battle and the others. Asia. Don't worry, I healed them all, they didn't receive any major damage. Rias. I'll go see them. Asia. Rias-sama, the others are with her brother. Rias. My brother is here. The different leaders of the factions were gathered, and with them the group of Sona and Rias. Then we see Rias and Asia enter, somewhat upset. Rias. Brother. Surziches. Rias, don't worry, your group already told us everything, plus Azazel has something to tell us, doesn't Azazel? Azazel. I'm helping Issei, I don't regret anything. Everyone is surprised by what Azazel says while the leaders adopt a serious and careful stance. Serafal. You know what you're saying. Azazel. Issei is innocent, he did nothing against the council. Auden. Millimeters certainly, the Rias Gremory group told us that they were looking for the culprit of the murder of the council. Honestly speaking, nowadays I don't think he did it, although I regret that he had to wait 2 years to realize it. Sona. What makes you think that? Auden. The first time we blamed him all the evidence pointed to him, and he told us that he didn't do it. Seriously, do you think that if he was lying he would go that far? And I mean come back after 2 years and keep up the lie any other? No, he would never come back and stay living his new life or show signs of revenge, but none of the Rias group is dead or else. Haneko. Issei senpai didn't do it, when we attacked him he didn't try to kill us, and he could have done it, plus he was crying. Rias. He was crying shocked. Everyone became serious because of what Auden and Kaneko had said. Surziches. Well then there is a way to solve this Azazel, you could call Issei, so we can talk to him, because if his position is not vengeful or spiteful he will accept. Azazel. Okay, tomorrow we will meet early. Meanwhile Issei was moving around the city. Issei. Damn, I have no idea where he is, check the entire city where Black is located. The telephone rings. Issei. Hello. Azazel. Hello Issei. Issei. What's wrong? Azazel. I told everyone the truth and they want you to meet with the leaders of the different factions early tomorrow in the underworld. Issei. Azazel, are you sure? If you told them the truth there will be no consequences for you, you didn't have to go that far. Azazel. Don't worry, if you can explain the situation to everyone, I'm sure they will understand, and by the way, I told you not to go out because you went out. Issei. I know that lying to you is useless, but I had to do it since he called me Black. Azazel. Black, are you sure? Issei. Yes, that's why I went out to look for him, but I didn't find him. I searched everywhere in the city, and he didn't tell me that we started with the first level, and that the game is called You Can Find Me. Azazel. Issei, and if he is not in the city? Issei, where else can it be? Azazel. In hell, think about it, you looked for him all day, he said to come to Kuo, he could be here a few days ago, but what if he is somewhere else now? He said the game is called You Can Find Me means he can't only be in Kuo, it could also be in hell or any other place. Issei. Okay, taking advantage of the meeting with the factions tomorrow I will go look for him in hell. Azazel. I think it's good, see you. Issei. See you, I will find you no matter what happens. Black, I will know who you are once and for all. In hell you can see the shadow of someone speaking. Black. I'm waiting for you Issei, things are going to get very fun. You can see a part of Black's clothes, which had a jacket very similar to Issei with the image of a crow. Chapter 3. Two sides of a coin and the truth is revealed. It was night, Issei was sleeping after an extremely hard day, he needed to rest after so much mental stress that caused him to confront his friends, or at least he considered them that way. In the room Azazel lay, too thoughtful. Azazel. All this seems very strange to me, Issei tells me everything about Black, but about him and what he was doing these years, he only tells me the superficial thing, he doesn't tell me anything about him. Also at the meeting. Flashback. All the leaders gathered at the meeting told or asked for details of what happened in order to take action based on the situation. Surziches. Well, what happened? How was his fight with Issei? Kiba. We lost completely, he would have killed us if he wanted to. At Kiba's words the atmosphere became serious. Serafal. How is it possible I used the boosted gears balance breaker? Zenobia. It wasn't that he attacked us with. It's hard to say, it doesn't make sense. Kaneko. Smoke, he attacked them with smoke, I saw it clearly. Miguel. Smoke, you say, what kind of power is that? Kaneko. I don't know. Rias and Akeno attacked Issei, and he regenerated in the air, absorbing the smoke. It was as if his body were made of smoke. Then he took out a chain that he had wrapped in his hand, he sent them flying away and fired multiple shots of smoke against Zenobia, and Kiba was very powerful. I think it was contained so as not to be lethal. Everyone was really surprised by what Kaneko was saying, no one knew what kind of power that was, and the most surprised of all was Azazel, because he knew what kind of power it was. Azazel. What have you been doing these years? End of flashback. Azazel. At the meeting all our questions will be answered. The day had arrived, the light was passing through the sunny windows, and then an alarm was heard. Issei's alarm clock went off, he would consequently get out of bed, and Azazel felt it, so he got up from the couch. Azazel. Looks like it's time. Issei. Good morning, Azazel, it's time to go. Azazel. If you take a shower, I'll wait for you outside. Issei. Yes, yawns. Elsewhere far from Kuo. Are you going to visit him today? Of course, I want to see how Humarella is doing. That's why you left a light watching over him. I wanted to know his real name. Besides, this city is already quiet, nothing is the same here without him. That's why I will follow him. I love him, he redeemed me, you should come with me, he also redeemed you. Are you still afraid that he public see you? No, of course not, I will also go to him, he is a great friend, you can go. I will go with him after a few days, I have to prepare some things. Okay, see you, I'll see you soon. Delson, or rather Issei. In Kuo you could see Issei leaving a building and someone with a magic circle waiting for him. Azazel. Well, let's go Issei. Issei. Yes. At that moment the circle would shine brightly, they were about to travel to the underworld, and so it would be quickly that they were already in the underworld. Azazel. We're here. Issei. I haven't been here in a while, things seem to have changed little around here. Azazel. The meeting will start soon, in the meantime why don't you go around? Issei. If we meet I'll be back in time for the meeting. Smoke shift. Azazel. Surprised, so that's the smoke that Kaneko were talking about. I guess since he'll tell us everything in the meeting, there's no point in hiding it anymore, so you should think no. Issei. Issei. There is only me here, but Black I can't feel or know where he is because I don't know him, but in the end if he is not in Kuo, then this is the only possible place. However, finding him is another thing. Where are you? Black. Wait. What's that? And that a small but almost imperceptible pink neon light can be seen. Issei. A pink light is surely hers, that girl, so she was watching me smile, she will come to see me, I hope she doesn't do her thing. But at that moment her smile would be overshadowed by a trail of unnatural smoke. Issei. What is that? Issei would follow the trail that leads him to a rocky area, and on top of a rock he would see a letter with blood decoration. Issei. What is this? The letter. Like the two sides of a coin, that is death without life, that is the sea without its waves, that is space without its stars. Curious, you don't want to know who I am. This letter I should have told you, but if you still have doubts I will show myself in front. You sign Black, you found me, now I must find you, and a surprise awaits you. Issei. Damn, what is that guy playing? The trail leads here, there's nothing else, he says it's his turn to find me, maybe the meeting is referring to it, it's about to start, could that be smoke shifting? At the meeting there were many leaders gathered, the group of Rias and Sona, Vali and Office. Azazel. Well, he will arrive soon. Serafal. Owes us many answers. Miguel. Don't worry, let's wait, there's only 1 minute left. We see smoke that begins to enter through the door and begins to take shape. Ali. What is that? Issei. We all have to get out of here. Faced with Issei's alarming warning, everyone took a serious stance and would quickly become alarmed. Azazel. What's wrong, Issei? Issei. It's Black who will attack this place. At that moment explosions and screams of people would be heard. Issei. What's wrong? Everyone goes outside and sees demons, angels, fallen angels among other races being attacked by soldiers. Issei. Dup creatures and soldiers as possible. Serafal. You know them. Surziches. Tell us who Issei are. Issei. I faced them 2 years ago and defeated them, how is this possible? At that moment a concrete wall rises up, obscuring the sky, and a familiar voice could be heard. Hello, Delson. Issei. Shock that voice, perhaps Augustine. Augustine. How long? Issei. No, it is not possible how I defeated you and your men left. Augustine. When you revealed me to the cameras, you ruined everything, the government abandoned me, the dup was destroyed, you don't know how much I wanted revenge, and when I had lost all hope, Black appeared. It told me everything who you were before you became a driver, your real name gave me the power and the means I needed, and now that I have them I will crush you for ruining my plans. Rias. Driver. What is that Issei? Sona. It seems like we have more questions, but I guess now is not the time. Issei. Augustine, where is Black? Augustine. Oh right, they still don't know each other, why don't you introduce yourself Black? At that moment there will be a concrete wall that was behind Augustine, slowly revealing Black's face little by little. Black. Hello, Issei. Everyone was shocked to see who was Black, something impossible and indescribable happened in front of his eyes, to Issei in the same place and time. Issei. No. It can't be because you look like me. Black. You haven't heard of the multiverse theory, right? There are 12 universes, and in each universe 12 dimensions. In my universe I was a king, a ruler, a god who opposed me died. I thought there must be more like me who were betrayed and they wanted revenge, but you were a disappointment when I killed the Magic Council, and your friends abandoned you. You didn't want revenge, you said you would fight for them. That showed me that you and I, despite being equal, have different goals. Issei. You're right, we are different, I'm not trash, but I have a question, why do you call yourself Black? Black. Because I hate the name Hyodo Issei so much that to cut ties with that name, I sealed my path. I killed my own parents. Everyone was surprised by what Black was saying, but Issei was furious. Issei. How could you bastard? One last question, because you wanted to make me play your game and help Augustine, there was supposed to be a no in your universe. Black. That's easy, the Augustine of my universe did not share my goals, and lawmate I showed the world who is boss, however here she shares them. It will be useful to me, and I want you to know that I am making you play this game to see if you can keep your word to fight for them, and if not you can join me. Issei. I will never join you, bastard. Black. We'll see, I'll leave you with Augustine. Looks at her. Take care of it. Augustine. Yes. Issei. Wait, we're not done. Everyone sees how Black disappears, transformed into smoke and a concrete wall rising, but for everyone, some questions have been resolved and others have not. Augustine. Now let's take care of you. Issei. Damn, it looks like I'll have to defeat you again, Augustine. Augustine. It won't be that simple, believe me, now you'll see the terror. Issei. Everyone get ready, this starts now. Everyone upon hearing that prepares to fight, even the Demon Kings and Office. Chapter 4. The unexpected arrival of a friend, the neon appears. All you hear are shots fired by the dup. Of course normal bullets were of no use against demons, but enhanced with concrete was something else. Soldier 1. Shoot. Soldier 2. Attack. Soldier 3. Die, shooting with his heavy machine gun and increasing his power with concrete. All the soldiers began to attack with concrete without mercy, but they would not fall easily. Issei. Displacement of smoke. That doesn't work with me because they didn't learn anything after 2 years dodging all the shots, everyone as they go. Rias. Well, the barrier of Sona's group will resist, but not for long. What do we do, Issei? Issei. Counterattack Ash Missile. Zenobia. Come on, X Durandal ferociously attacking the dup soldiers. Hineko. Here I come activates her Nekomata form and starts hitting the soldiers with machine guns. Serafal. It seems that we will also go. I must protect my pretty sister Sona, that is my job. Miguel. It seems that we will have to fight divine light. The soldiers who were sliding with the concrete through the air creating ramps but are attacked by Miguel's attack. Surziches. Anything that disturbs the peace of the underworld will be punished. Start shooting at all the soldiers. Ali. It seems that these office touch us. Office. So it seems. Die. When he spoke his words they would be swept away before his attack. Ali. Balance breaker. Everyone was fighting, the field was full of dup soldiers. Issei. Augustine, come here and fight or you're afraid of losing again. Augustine. Haha, no, it's not time yet, but I still have you as an opponent. I improved him with my powers and he is more powerful than any soldier on the field. Azazel. Issei, you'll be fine. Issei. Don't worry, but I need a favor. Someone will be arriving, go look for her, she's my friend, then transport her here. Azazel. I don't think this is the right time for. Issei. Trust me please. Azazel. Okay. Upon saying those words he would disappear and Issei would look at his opponent who had a humanoid shape standing next to Augustine. Issei. Very good Augustine, bring me your soldier. Augustine. Have fun, you faced him the first time and won since then, with the help of Black, I have made certain improvements to him, I call it a catastrophe now see my pretty boy. Issei. Damn, let's start once and for all. Catastrophe. Destroy. Issei. Smoke shots. Catastrophe. Absorption, I will devour every part of your being. Issei. But what shocked? Augustine. I told you I had made improvements, well see you. Issei. Wait. Catastrophe. Concrete warhead. A concrete warhead would come out of the ground attacking Issei and sending him flying very far, crashing into a wall. Issei. AAHHH spits blood, damn, it's not like that time, cough cough. Rias. Issei, are you fine? Worried. Issei. I'm fine, President. Catastrophe. You will soon die. Concrete burial. You can see how the concrete surrounds the chestnut tree to the point where his body is all submerged in the catastrophe. Dies. Concrete crush. Rias. Issei. Everyone was worried about Issei being beaten. Neon shot. Wow, it seems that Humarella arrived on time. That attack would stun Catastrophe temporarily, but they were surprised by the person who came with Azazel and saved Issei. She was a pink-haired woman whose hands were shining. Azazel. It seems that we arrived on time, I brought it just as you asked me. Issei. How lucky you arrived on time. Fetch. Next time you should trust me more and tell me the truth. Delson, not Hyodo. Issei. Issei. Yes, I'm sorry, but can you help me with this guy? Fetch. Sure, like old times. Issei. Come on. Issei. Smoke shot. Fetch. Neon shot. Catastrophe. I will eat them. Absorption. Issei. Damn, he keeps absorbing our attacks, so if he keeps doing it, we will overload this guy. Fetch. I brought you a gift, a neon light. Issei. Thank you. Absorbs the neon. Everyone was shocked to see that Issei could also use that girl's power, which generated more questions for everyone. Fetch. Come on, Issei. Issei. Yes, now I will be able to move faster. Neon scroll. Fetch. Don't forget about me. Neon scroll. Issei. Do you want to eat, friend? So here you have it, fetch the two of you together. Fetch. Yes, multiple neon shots. Catastrophe. Stop, I do not want to eat anymore. Issei. You wanted to devour me, so take this. Hey, this is my final attack. Neon radiant sweep. Catastrophe. No. His body could not withstand so much energy, and all that is seen is an explosion which causes Catastrophe to be disintegrated, and Issei would be floating in the air. Issei. Looks like I'm done for now. Sigh. Rias. Issei. Fetch. It seems all DUP members have walked out. Issei. Goes down to the ground. We must be prepared for what is coming. I don't think Black will stay calm much longer. Fetch. Whatever happens we will handle it. Humarella hits him on the shoulder. Issei. Enough. Fetch smiles, but my problems have only just begun. Everyone was happy that Issei had won, the DUP had withdrawn, but the girls were jealous and had questions about who the girl was and what relationship she had with Issei. Elsewhere. Black. How did it go with the Catastrophe? Did the prototype work? Augustine. Yes, but he was defeated by Issei and Fetch. Why don't you call your friends reverses? Black. You talk about the opposites of this universe. Haha, I'll tell you quickly, but both you and Fetch and my other friends are dead. I won't go into details of how. Augustine. About the prototype, it is a regrettable loss. Black. It's not the only prototype we have, there are many more, but you said that Fetch interfered, right? So he came here, well he calls his friends, and I call mine, and I mean my new modified DUP friends. It will be very fun. What's coming? Smiles. Chapter 5. Answering questions. You could see all the faction leaders in the room looking at Issei and Fetch. Azazel. Issei, the time has come for you to answer our questions. What happened to you in those 2 years? Everyone had become very serious, because everyone wanted answers about Issei's power and past these 2 years. Issei. Sighs. Well, I'll start from the beginning. All eyes were directed at Issei. Issei. Good. Flashback. When I was banished, I used a magical identification that you gave me, Azazel, which put me as a relative of any random person in the world. Curiously, fate took me down this path. The magical identification placed my name as Delson Rowe. I was a distant brother. Reggie Rowe and I lived in Seattle. I didn't like the idea of pretending to be someone's brother, but I had nowhere to go. When I arrived, he welcomed me with open arms. Over time I adapted. I became part of the Akamish tribe. I had a lot of fun in that place. I learned to be a graffiti artist. I even played tricks on Reggie by always drawing his face on a sign. He scolded me. He threatened to lock me up in the police station. I was happy. In the end, I ended up loving him like a brother. Until one day the DUP arrived. They were in charge of locking up people with powers. They called them bioterrorists, but that was a name used to spread fear that people believed they were dangerous. In reality, they were called drivers. One day I was arguing with Reggie, a DUP car passed by which had overturned and was transporting 3 people in particular, who were drivers, one of them, and the first to become one was Hank. I was trapped and I went to help him. Suddenly he grabbed me by the hand, neck and began to absorb smoke. My brother Reggie was amazed, and I had also heard about bioterrorists. It was the first time we had one in front of us. Hank told him to stay away and put the gun down, and Reggie repeated let it go until it started to shoot smoke shots. I tried to stop him, but when I touched his arm I saw many memories of what had happened to him. But everything happened so quickly that I fainted. When I woke up I didn't see him right away. When I took the first step I moved as if I were smoke several times. I was scared, but I had to find Reggie. I managed to take control of that power and went through everything that stood in my way. I saw my brother get out of the car and I saved him. My brother and I were amazed and scared. But first I had to find Hank. When I found him I told him that you did this to me to fix it. He told me it was a driver who didn't have time, they would come, and above all she fought against him, and when he lost I touched him again, and I clearly saw his memories and everything that the DUP and especially Augustine did to him. When he escaped I went outside, and well that bitch Augustine appeared. I saw how he turned Hank with his concrete powers into a rock. I was amazed. He interrogated me by sticking concrete thorns in my feet. Then Betty, a friend of the tribe who had been in the tribe for many years, tried to defend me. She said they didn't have the authority. I told her not to interfere. That bitch Augustine told her we are the DUP, we have the authority. In the end I fainted, and when I woke up everything was worse. Augustine interrogated the tribe in the same way that he interrogated me. The difference was that they did not have the same powers as me to heal themselves. Given that they were dying, I told my brother that I would go for Augustine. I told him that I am like a sponge. If I can have smoke, why not concrete? At first I disagreed, since it was the only option. We headed to the city and saw the chaos and power of Augustine. I had to face that to be able to save the tribe. With the help of my brother, he gave me the location of central relays which expanded my abilities. Little by little I managed to control it. Shortly after more people like Hank appeared who escaped. The second was Fetch, which the first time reacted aggressively and attacked me thinking he was from the DUP. Flashback interruption. Fetch. I'm sorry, but how could I know who you were? You weren't from the DUP. Issei. Easy not shooting me and talking like any sane person. Very good, I continue. We go back to the flashback. The first time I touched her, a little of her powers passed to me, just like Hank. The second time I saw her memories and everything she had suffered and done. In the end I decided to help her redeem herself. Shortly after she already had 3 powers and it was time to expose Augustine to the cameras and make her pay because my brother Reggie died because of her. I wanted to kill her, but if my brother were here, he would tell me not to do it because it's not worth it. The battle was intense. In the end I obtained her power, and I knew that the reason Augustine hunted us was to protect us, because before people killed the drivers, there was a war and she was on 2 sides. In the end she decided to act against us to protect us at the cost of freedom, and I understood that that was not freedom. It was oppression, and there was when I beat him with his own power, but it was difficult without my friends. I would not have had a chance. When we won the DUP withdrew and I saved the tribe, later released the drivers locked up at Curtain K, and begin a new era of humans and drivers working together. After all I told Fetch and my friend what my real name was. Shortly after everything had happened I tried to break Draig's seal, but the seal had been broken a long time ago. That surprised me, because then I did get these powers, and I couldn't contact with Draig. It means that he was no longer there. I wondered if it was because of the driver's powers. Then well Black appeared, and now we are here. End of flashback. Issei. Well, that's all, and the reason that perhaps they have not heard from the drivers will be because the news has not arrived, since the information is only kept public for that country and has not been made known globally, but very soon it will just happen. Matter of time. Everyone was amazed by Issei's story and everything that happened. Kaneko. I have one last question, Issei-san. Issei. Which one? Kaneko. You said that you had 3 powers before facing Augustine, and you mentioned a friend. Who he is? Issei. Don't worry, you'll see him soon. If this girl with pink hair is here, it means that he won't take long to appear. Well, I'm going to sleep. Fetch. I will sleep with you. After those words, all the girls in Ria's group became jealous and began to argue with Fetch. Azazel laughs, hahaha, I'm glad to see that some things don't change. Chapter 6. My feelings never change. We would see Issei asleep and in his dream we only see complete darkness. Issei. This is where I am. Set me free, set me free. Issei. Who are you and why do I have this feeling of nostalgia? Who I am, it's just me. Issei. I don't understand what you're looking for exactly. What I'm looking for is the same thing you're looking for. What I'm looking for most is the same thing you're looking for. Issei. And that is it. Kill. That would paralyze Issei completely. Issei. No, that can't be. We will see. Issei. Wake up. No, sighs heavily. He gently lays back down on the bed. What does that dream mean? Since I became a driver I haven't had nightmares and now they appear for no reason. This I don't like. I have looks to the sides. Issei would be seen surrounded by naked girls including Fetch like in the old days. Issei. Breasts everywhere when they entered my room. Flashback 3 hours before. Akeno. Ara let's hope that Issei-kun goes to sleep. Fact. Okay, I wanted to sleep alone with him and stick my whole body to him. Asia. You can't do that. Fetch-san, Issei is everyone's. Hineko. It seems that Issei-san is asleep. Rias. Come on. Zenobia. Yes, takes off her clothes. End of flashback. Issei. Akeno-san blushes. Akeno. Ara Issei-kun, how does my body feel? Issei. It feels great. I miss this. Rias. Akeno, what do you think you're doing? Issei. Shocked president. Rias. Angry. Issei. Come on girls, calm down both of you, I'm going to take a bath, let's see you later. Rias. Issei. Akeno. Rias, do you think Issei hates us? Rias. Huh. Akeno. Lowers head, we don't trust him, we betray him, we attack him, maybe he hates us and doesn't want to see us. Rias. At least I'll settle for being his friend if he doesn't accept us back. Akeno. What kind of friend is naked in her bed? Rias. There was no difference before anyway. In the bathroom Issei is seen rinsing his head. Issei. What could that dream have been? I wish Draig was here. He always encouraged me, in addition to giving me information, he was a good companion. But now I have more serious matters. Black is on the loose, he is equal to me in power and appearance, but in heart we are different, that I know. I will protect everyone even if I have to act differently. 2 hours later, Issei would be meeting with the leaders of the factions, since the matter of the past was finally known that he is innocent and that everything was a mistake, apart from lowering their heads in apology, they would have to clear his name and reputation, but Issei was now free of go and return safely. Issei. Well, it seems it's time for me to return to Kuo. We don't know what else Black will bring. It's better to come back as soon as possible. Surziches. Okay, we will stay here, we have to regroup everything and repair the damage that Black did. Rias, let Fetch and your family go with Issei. Issei. It won't be necessary, I'll go alone. Azazel. But what do you say, confront Black and the dup, you just need help. Issei. I'll be fine, I don't need any help, this is my business, not yours. He expressed a cold tone with his words. Serafal. He attacked us, and the underworld is also our business. Issei. Okay, but don't get in my way, Azazel, take me back to Kuo. Azazel. Well, let's go. In Kuo you could see Rias and her entourage along with Fetch and Issei appearing through a portal. Rias. Now what are you going to do, Issei? Issei. I'll go look for Black. Rias. Please Issei, let us help you. Issei. Not only would they get in the way. After those cold words, all the girls, including Fetch, began to shed tears, but Issei gave them no other option but to be cold. He wanted to keep them away from constant danger, since this fight did not seem to be the same as the others, but in that moment Rias was seen approaching. To Issei with tears. Rias. Slaps him. Issei. Paralyze president. Rias. If I'm a nuisance then I'll leave. Issei. But he acted like that to protect them, he didn't want to harm them or put them in danger. Everyone is surprised by what Issei said. Fetch. You are an idiot, you don't understand that we love you and we all want to fight with you. Akeno. It's not your decision to put us in danger, it's ours. Asia. Issei-san, we would fight for you again and again. Zenobia. You are a friend. Azazel. You can try to separate us, but you won't succeed, we will help you even if you don't want to. Irina. Yes, that is a fact. Issei. I'm sorry. Fetch. Don't apologize to us, you have to apologize to her. Issei. If it's true, I'll go look for her neon scroll. Issei is seen moving throughout the city desperately looking for Rias. Issei. Where are you, president? At that moment he remembered a place where he went with her in the past. Issei. It will be that place. Iridid is seen on a hill looking at a beautiful lake and some large mountains in the distance and behind her still brown. Issei. This time I have to call her by her name. Rias. Rias. Turns around quickly. Issei. Issei. I'm sorry, I wanted to protect you, I didn't want Black or the dup to hurt you, that's why I acted like that. Rias. Tell me, Issei, do you hate me? I didn't trust your word and I attacked you. you must hate me inside. It's my fault that you were away for 2 years. Issei. Approaches her. It's quite the opposite. I have always loved you, even when you didn't believe me, I was willing to fight for you, and you know why, because I love you and I never stop thinking about you, I love you and all of you, even if I hurt bad and perverted. Tears of happiness would come out of her eyes, and she would look at Issei with a smile. Issei. Hey President, I said something strange. Rias. Smiles. On the contrary, you said something that made me happy, very happy. Issei. I want you to call me Rias from now on. You can. Issei. Okay. Rias. Smiles. I also have a gift for you. Issei. Huh. Rias. Kisses him. We will always be together. Issei. Issei. Yes Rias. Elsewhere. Black. They found her. Augustine. Yes. Black. Finally, get ready Issei, you are going to see how I obtain immeasurable power, the power of the first driver that existed. Chapter 7. Black's true objective. Shots could be heard. Issei was fighting with the DUP members. Days had passed, and the search for Black was beginning to bear fruit. Issei. Come on. Soldier 1. Get ready, here he comes. Issei. Very slow. Soldier 1. Aya. Issei. You continue. Soldier 2. Shoot. Issei. Hits him. Soldier 2. Falls to the ground. Issei. Only one left. Soldier 3. Please wait. Issei. It's time to put you to sleep. Soldier 3. No, please. Issei. Smoke shot. Issei. Well, it's time to get information from one of them. At that moment a magic circle appears and behind it Rias and Akeno. Issei. Hello Akeno and Rias. Rias. Issei, we told you not to go alone. Issei. I know, but with Black out there I can't waste time. Akeno. Ara, it seems like Issei-kun doesn't trust us. Issei. No, that's just that I don't want them to get hurt, that's all. The two girls blush. Rias. Yes, but you should count on us. Issei. I know, good, it's time to interrogate this guy. He approaches the fallen soldier. Hey, wake up. Soldier 3. Wake up, please don't hurt me. Issei. It will depend on the information you give me. Soldier 3. I don't know where Black is, our leader Augustine is the only one who knows about him and knows his plans, our commander Zed is also the right hand of our lady Augustine. Issei. Do you know where Zed is? Soldier 3. Yes, she is in an abandoned factory on the outskirts of Kuo. Issei. Thank you, I'll go there and well, you'll go to sleep, good night. I punch him in the face. Issei. Well, it's time for me. Before finishing, Issei is interrupted by the two girls in front of him. Akeno. Issei, you must rest. Rias. Yes, you demand too much of yourself. Issei makes a scared face when he sees the girls looking at him seriously. Issei. Okay, I'll rest. Sighs. Rias. That's a relief. Issei. It was a long day. Tomorrow I will go to that factory outside the city and I will personally see that Zet commander. In his house, Issei would return home to rest and have some peace, but his peace of mind is disturbed by the sound of dishes falling in the kitchen. Issei. What is that sound? Walks towards the kitchen. Asia. Ouch, my head. Issei. Surprised. Asia, what are you doing here? Asia. Issei-san wanted to prepare a surprise dinner for you, it's been a long time since we've eaten together. Issei. Smiles slightly. It's fine and the others know you're here. So. Issei. Well, I guess you can sleep tonight. Asia. Smiles. Yes. 10 minutes later. Issei. Asia is delicious. Asia. Smiles. Thank you Issei-san. Issei, can I ask you something? Issei. Go ahead. Asia. Because you don't come home with us, you really hold a grudge against us. Lowers head. Issei. Asia, I don't hold a grudge against any of them, I love them all. Asia. Raises her head with tears in her eyes. Then why don't you come back? Why you stay here? I don't understand. Just because. Issei. Stands behind Asia and hugs her. I don't want to put them in danger, and what if they decide to attack the place where I live, my parents, my friends, everything would be destroyed, and just because I would be there, I honestly wouldn't forgive myself. Asia. Wipes tears with her hands. You promise that you will come back to us when all this is over. Issei. I promise. Well, let's go to sleep. So. The next morning Issei could be seen getting ready. Issei. Well, it's time. Wraps the chain around him. Asia. Issei-san, take care. Issei. Sure. Issei. See you. Neon scroll. Issei would be moving through the city until he reached a factory on the outskirts of the city. Issei. Arrived. At that moment a magic circle appears in which Azazel and Vali appear. Vali. Hello. Hi Odo. Azazel. The others will come soon, I asked Vali for help. Issei. When it comes to fighting you never refuse. Vali. You know me very well. I want to see how strong you are and also how strong you have become. Issei. Yes, I will show you. Azazel. The place is full of soldiers. What do you say? Issei. Let's attack now or wait for the others. Issei. We need the commanders. You start the attack to distract the guards. I will go for the commander. Azazel. Good. Vali. Let's do the Albion balance breaker. Azazel. It's time, let's go. Puts on his golden armor. Sounds of gunshots are heard everywhere. Soldier 1. Zet commander, they attack us. Zet. What? Repel them with force. Soldier 1. Understood. Issei. I don't think so, hits the soldier, sending him flying. Soldier 1. Hits the wall. Zet. An intruder, you must be the damn boy my boss Augustine hates. Issei. Believe me, the feeling is mutual, now you will tell me everything you know. Zet. Since you won't live long, I don't see the point. Issei. Prepare yourself. Before he saw it, Issei was on his knees clutching his stomach from a strong blow. Issei. What did you do? Zet. Did I tell you or not, you won't live long anyway. Issei. What is that? Sees how his body turns dark. Zet. Did you really think that the dup was the same as before? No, thanks to Black, some of us have been improved. Issei. Smoke shot. Zet. Useless, walks towards Issei head on, cancelling all shots. Issei. Cursash missile. Zet. Don't make me laugh, and if you want to defeat me, I'll show you what a real attack is. Shadowy explosion. At that moment you can only see that the factory is shattered with a cloud of dust covering it and the resounding sound of the explosion. Ali. What was that? Azazel. I don't know. When the dust disperses, only Zet is seen grabbing Issei by the neck. Zet. Well, I'm going to kill you here, and now I'll tell you this, what my boss and Black are looking for are the pieces of the lightning sphere who gave power to the first driver Cole McGrath. Issei. What Cole McGrath? At that moment memories come to mind of him: sphere, school, driver, power. Issei. I. Visions would come to Issei's head. Zet. It's time for you to die, passes his hand through Issei's chest. Ali. Hyodo. Issei. Azazel. He can't be defeated easily. Zet. It's over. In Issei's eyes, with every breath he took he felt death, the blood was flowing and falling out of his body, he could feel the sound of his heart being heard clearly and greatly. Issei. I'm going to die. You're going to leave it, are you going to allow it? Issei. I can't move. Then you let me kill your friends. Issei. What can I do? Kill him, dismember him, so that not even a shred of his existence remains. That is our desire, that is our desire. You hate him. Issei. I hate him, I will kill him, I will send him straight to hell. In that case an explosion would occur. Zet. What happens is that. Azazel. Issei, what's wrong with you? Ali. Hyodo. Issei. I my body burns, what's happening? Albion. So he was alive inside him after all. Ali. Who? Albion. Who else is Draig? But this is different, he has changed a lot. The smoke caused by the explosion disappears and only a cloth-like armor can be seen, with almost invisible smoke, black wings uniting with the environment and dark rays, with a scythe in his hand and chains that ran along his arms. Zet. But what is that thing? Issei. I will kill you. Chapter 8. Issei's anger, a friend appears to save him. Issei. I will kill you. Zet. What the hell are you? Zet. No, that doesn't matter, you're going to. Zet couldn't finish speaking because at that moment Issei grabbed him by the neck. Issei. Kill, squeezes his neck tightly. Zet. I damned. Ali. What's wrong, Albion? I've never seen Hyodo like that. Albion. I guess this is due to his power, it totally changed his balance breaker. Ali. Change. Albion. The sacred gear interprets the will of the user and converts it into power, but also if the user has another power apart from the sacred gear, it is combined and can alter their sacred gear based on their emotions in a new way. That is why Draig had not been manifested, because thanks to Hyodo Issei's new power, his sacred gear was adapting, and so was he. Ali. That means this is your new balance breaker. Albion. No, this is not a balance breaker. A balance breaker without control cannot be called such. Let's call it a provisional form of his new balance breaker mode, but it is incomplete without a chance to manifest the power well. That form is not even dangerous. I can say that what is happening is good. Ali. What do you mean? Albion. Before in the past when Hyodo activated his balance breaker, he maintained his balance, he was conscious, sane so to speak, but now he is not even in balance. I can see his emotions, and the only thing he wants is to kill. I wouldn't call balance breaker still a state of madness like that, rather, that thing could be called a beast or animal. Ali. This is not going well at all. Zet. Get away you wretch. Dark regression. Zet. Hahaha, die. Issei. Appears behind Zet. When he sees this, his smile disappears from his face, and a scared face appears. Issei. You will be the one who dies, Death Eater. Zet. Issei. Kill. Zet. Spits blood. Damn. He kept saying curses in frustration at the beating he was receiving from Issei, and at that moment a crimson portal opened. Rias and Akeno arrived at the place. Rias. But what happened here? Surprised. Azazel. They finally arrived. Rias. Azazel, what the hell happened? Azazel. Well, that's it. Akeno. Where is Issei? Worried. Ali. Hyodo is there below. Akeno. That's Issei. Shocked. Rias. Shocked. Issei, what happened to you? Azazel. As you can see, his power is more than disastrous, and he is also not in control of himself. Zet. Damn. At that moment a figure stands behind Zet causing him fear. It was Issei who raised his scythe. Issei. I will kill you, sticks the scythe into his foot. Zet. Aya. Issei. Come on, I'm not done yet. Issei would start sticking his scythe into different non-vital parts of his body to make him suffer from pain. Zet. Aya, no, please stop, Aya, for what you want most, Aya, I implore you, Aya. Rias was shocked to see Issei's brutality. That's not the Issei she knew. Akeno. We must do something. Ali. Albion, there is a way to bring Issei back. Albion. Of course there is always one, but in this case it will not be the same as when he lost control with his juggernaut drive. Here we will have to leave him unconscious, and with his current power, it will not be easy. Ali. Damn, I'll have to beat Hyodo back, I'll have to use my juggernaut drive. Zet. Screamed in pain non-stop. Issei. Goodbye, Death Eater. At that moment a huge explosion forms and a gigantic cloud of smoke emerges. Ali. Damn, we needed him alive. Hey, what is that? Azazel. What the hell? Akeno. Rias, you see that? Rias. But it's an army and a giant angel. When the smoke clears you can clearly see that an army and a giant angel were in front of Issei. Hello my friend Delson, or should I say Hyodo Issei. A strange figure appears behind Rias. They are fine. Rias. And who are you? I am the one who lives, but my friends call me Eugene the First. I'm a friend of Issei. I should have told them that I would arrive after fetch. Ali. Hyodo's friend. Well then we don't have to worry about him being an enemy, but as for Issei. Eugene. Well, first of all, take this guy, it seems like he belongs to you. One of his virtual angels comes down with the body of Zet. Azazel. Surprised, this is it. Eugene. He managed to save him before the explosion killed him, but even so he is in a critical situation. We have to take him to a place to be healed, or he will die. Azazel. I will take care of him, he won't answer our questions if he dies. Eugene. Well then I'll take care of my friend Issei. Ali. I will help you, I will reduce his powers so you can attack. Azazel. Rias and Akeno, I'm leaving, you put up a barrier. Rias. Akeno. Yes. Ali. Well, prepare, I will make an opening so that you can attack, you will only have one chance. Eugene. Don't worry. Issei. Kill. Ali. Well Hyodo, I'm sorry for making you wait. I am the one who will wake up. I am the one who stole the principles of God supremacy. I envy the infinity and I pursue the dream. I will become the white dragon of supremacy. I will take you to the furthest limits of innocence. Juggernaut drive. You could see and feel the brutal clash of power between Issei and Vali. As soon as he began his transformation, Issei gave no room for defense. Issei. Kill. Ali. Hyodo, maybe you will let yourself be dominated by anger. React. At that moment Vali returns to its base state. Ali. Looks like I'm already close enough. Divides. Issei. Aya. His power would be reduced, and although this was not a very powerful attack, a surprise awaited him from his other friend. Ali. Now Eugene. Eugene. In the past I was afraid, everyone feared me and didn't even come close to me, but you gave me back that confidence, you helped me, you saw my true potential, now it's my turn to help you. Hi Aya. Issei. Hi Aya. Eugene. Divine lightning bolt. At that moment a large and fierce explosion engulfs everything. Issei. Aya. When the explosion fades, only Issei's body can be seen lying in the center. Rias. Issei runs towards him and hugs him. Ali. This guy has great power. Albion. I say the same. Eugene. He'll be fine for now, we have to take him back to Kuo. Akeno. By the way Eugene, how did you find us? Eugene. Easy, as soon as I arrived I wanted to talk to Issei, and I couldn't find him, but I ran into Fetch. He told me that he saw someone using his power and heading out of the city, and I knew it was the one who was going to deal with the dup. I'm glad to see you arrived on time. Ali. Well, let's go. Hyodo seems like he should rest, and I should get stronger. Rias nods and a magic circle appears that teleports them to another place. Soldier 1. You recorded everything. Soldier 2. Yes, Master Black will reward us generously. Soldier 1. Yes, it will give us more power, and we will be able to overcome the Zet commander. The greed in the eyes of the soldiers is seen, but their reward is not what they would expect. Chapter 9. Draig returns and Issei explains the situation. Issei. What is this? Because I feel like darkness surrounds me, anger, hatred, suffering, pain and sadness, where so many negative emotions come from. Draig. From the other, your partner. Issei. Wait, you are? Draig. How long, mate? It's been a long time since we saw each other. Issei. Draig, I'm so happy you're back, but is this place my mind? Draig. You could say that, yes, I suppose you already noticed the feelings that surround you, they really are the influence of others, your poor thing must have suffered a lot to be plunged into this perverse darkness. Issei. You mean the other me wasn't that evil? Draig. It's probably just a corrupted soul that fell into despair as a result of these feelings. You are also being affected. You didn't feel it. That balance breaker was very different in everything. Even I could feel you succumbing to the darkness. Issei. I just felt that I hated him and my hatred became stronger and stronger. I wanted power, more power. I didn't think this would happen. Draig. Don't worry, mate, now that I'm back we can fight together again. Issei. By the way, why hadn't you shown up when the seal was broken? It was basically like you weren't in my arm. Draig. That was because when you got your driver powers, your body and energy changed drastically. I was basically getting used to it and I couldn't do anything else until I completely adapted. Issei. I understand, and what happened to Zed? Draig. It's hard to say, your power was overwhelming, too much for him to bear. You would have killed him if it hadn't been for your friend. Issei. My friend. Draig. Eugene came to save you, Al and Volley fought with you and managed to stop you. Issei. Well, it's time to go back. Draig. I say the same, mate, it's time for you to wake up. I would slowly wake up. Issei was opening his eyes, about to wake up. Issei. Wake up where I am. Rias. Issei with tears in his eyes. I'm glad you're okay, hugs him. Issei. Of course I'm not going to die without taking your virginity. Rias. Blushes. Geez, you're still the same, idiot, you almost scared me to death. Issei. I'm sorry, but the good news, Draig is back or not. Draig. Draig. Of course, mate, I will fight again by your side. Rias. I'm glad to hear that. Issei. We are in my family's mansion below, are the others and the leaders waiting for you to wake up. Issei. Gets up. Well, it's time to go talk to them. I have to explain to them the difficult situation we are in. Issei would slowly go down to where everyone was. Issei. Hello everyone, how are you? Kaneko. Issei senpai. Ravel. Issei-san. Ikeno. Issei. Irina. Issei-san. Kuroka. Issei Naya. Zenovia. Issei. Asia. Issei-san. Surziches. I'm glad you're okay, I see you've got Draig back. Issei. That's right. Serafal. Issei, what's happening? Issei. Something very troublesome happened. Azazel. I have to say something. Issei. It's about Azazel. If it's Zet, right after I was going to take him to heal him and interrogate him, that bastard stabbed himself in the chest and disappeared. Issei. Shocked he took his own life. How loyal does one have to be to do that? Azazel. They possibly have enormous loyalty. Issei. Black uses that loyalty as a toy. Angry. Fetch. We don't get answers. Rafia. Unfortunately that's how it is. Eugene. I'm sorry if he had arrived on time. Issei. Don't blame yourself, Eugene, I'm glad you came, I see that you've gotten stronger and we did get some answers. Ali. What do you mean? Issei. In my fight with Zet before he lost control, he mentioned that Black's objective was the pieces of the lightning sphere and he even mentioned Cole as the first driver. I don't really understand what he means. Fetch. Surprised? Of course not, you were the last one to become a driver. If you had been a girl like me back then, maybe you would have heard the story of him being a legend among drivers. Eugene. If it's true, it was a long time ago. I became a driver later than Fetch and I only heard rumors. Surziches. You know who it is. Issei. Please Fetch, tell us. Fetch. Well, Cole McGrath, the demon of Empire City, was a normal human and delivery boy who was a friend of Zeke until one day he came across a package that contained the lightning sphere. It exploded when he did. Cole was given powers, he could control lightning and electricity. Later he realized that everything was planned by a guy named Kessler. He went in search of him, evolving and absorbing powers just like Issei. But on his way he encountered the lightning sphere again and John, an NSA agent. Cole remembered all the damage that sphere did and preferred to destroy it rather than become more powerful, but in its destruction he took John away, killing him. Ready for the battle of his life, he faced Kessler and the battle was difficult, but he won in the end. Kessler showed him visions of the future where a beast was approaching that only he could stop. All this happened because Kessler and Cole were the same person. He had used his greatest and most dangerous power to travel through time. Kessler trained Cole to become stronger and could defeat everything to save the world. Issei. It can't be that sphere, it really has so much power. Fetch. That's right. Ali. That's not the whole story, right? What happened with Cole? Fact. Well, I'll tell you the rest of this story. Cole had been contacted by an NSA agent named Lucy. When Cole was in Empire City, the beast was attacking everything because the timeline was altered. It arrived too soon, and Cole thought he was capable to defeat it, but he is defeated. The city is destroyed and there he received the name like the demon of Empire City, being blamed for the destruction. Zeke, his friend, saves him, and he is forced to flee to New Marais, where the lightning sphere was manufactured. There he would still search scientist Sebastian Wolf, who was one of those who helped make it, while he was discovering the past of his other self and gaining new powers. He faced many things, but the beast advanced and searched for him. Shortly after, a disease broke out in the world that only affected humans, not drivers. Then a device was created to cure him. The ICR activated it for the first time. Cole felt how he was dying quickly. He deactivated it because this device would save the lives of millions, but it would kill all the drivers. He learned that the beast was actually John, who had survived the explosion of the lightning sphere. Cole was in a difficult situation, but in the end he decided to save the lives of millions. He activated the ICR, dying along with the beast and all the drivers. In his honor, he was remembered until the day of today as the patron saint of New Marais. Issei. If he and all the drivers died, fetch. How come you, Eugene and I have powers and drivers like Augustine appeared? Fetch. Because when all the original drivers died, Gene 1 so to speak, Gene 2 appeared, new drivers this time more common than back then, this caused fear and wars due to the events in previous years. Issei. No matter what happens we have to stop Black from getting the pieces of the lightning sphere. Ollie. I agree with you Hyodo, but where do we start? Issei. Easy to find Augustine. Elsewhere. Soldier 1. What do you think, Master Black, you like the information we collected? Black. Yes, very much, Issei, let's see how you end up, rebelling against the darkness or being consumed by it. Soldier 2. I guess you'll give us a reward, right? Black. Of course I will, and a very satisfactory one. Soldier 1. Wait, what's up? Black. Your reward now, I will consume you and you will become my energy. There is no better reward for a servant than that. Soldier 3. No please no. Black. Bon appetit. After those words the scene would become grotesque, screams and blood being spilled are heard. Augustine. That was necessary. Black. Shut up, since when you have compassion. Augustine. I have no compassion. Black. I hope so, because I hate traitors. In the end the fragments have almost all been collected, your servants found the remaining 2 and have secured them. I will look for one, and you will go to a laboratory in the forest to look for another, and if you find Issei, kill him, nothing should stand in my way. Augustine. Okay. Black. Ha, and Augustine. Augustine. Yes, sir. Black. Don't fail or you will see a real hell before you. Augustine. With frustration, yes sir, I assure you I will not fail. Leaves the place. Black. You better well Issei, how are you going to deal with this? Soon I will get the power of the first driver and I will be unstoppable. Chapter 10. Issei vs Augustine. How long has it been? How long has it been since I became a driver? The first time I saw Augustine she looked impressive. The truth is I couldn't compare me to her. I had to start from scratch. I wanted to make her understand that everything she did was not right, and now that I finally make it clear to her, she is dead. 8 hours before. Issei. Wake up the girls are not here. Hey Draig, what's going on? Draig. Mate, remember they are in the underworld, they stayed there to prevent a dup attack. Issei. It's true, with everything that has happened I have forgotten those things. Draig. I find you strange. Issei. Suddenly its time approaches the window. I don't like the weather at all today. You can see how some grey clouds surround the city of Kuo and some small lightning bolts form. Draig. Certainly this weather is strange at this time of year, and why didn't you go with the girls? Issei. I wanted to stay here. The demons protect the underworld, the angels, heaven and the fallen protect both sides. No one protects the human world, except the dup's priority is the pieces of the lightning sphere. If they are somewhere, it is here in the world. Human. Draig. What happens if the dup tries to keep you away and attacks the underworld or heaven? Issei. They can take care of it, plus I have to rest, said the girls. Draig. By the way, Eugene is not on either side where you sent him. Issei. To look for something in a distant city, something tells me that this should be my last resort. Draig. Mate, what are you going to do now? Issei. For now, as long as Augustine and Black don't appear, rest. By the way, how do I access that transformation, the one I used with Zed? Draig. I don't know you had any feelings in mind in the fight. Issei. Better forget it. Draig. Mate. Issei. It's better to forget about that transformation for now. I'm going to go for a walk. Dresses and goes out the window. If it's better to leave that transformation behind. Nothing happened. Draig. Mate, what are you going to do when you find Augustine? Issei. Something I should have done a lot. The earth starts to shake. Issei. But what's happening? Civilians. Help please. You can see how the street transforms into a path of floating rocks. Draig. Mate, this is it. Issei. If only one person can do this. Augustine. Hello Issei, come for me. Issei. Augustine starts running. Draig. Mate, this is different from all the times I feel a powerful energy. You have to be careful. Issei. Yes I know, I also feel that energy, but civilians could get hurt if I didn't act quickly. Draig. But you don't care if they know who you are. Issei. In the time you were sealed, I defeated the dup, freed drivers, etc. Basically the entire government knows me only as Delson. Draig. Well, remember what I told you. Issei. Yes I know. Augustine. You finally arrived. Issei. This need not be so. Augustine. Laughs. It doesn't have to be like that. Concrete nose. Draig. Careful companion. Issei. Dodges it. Augustine. You took everything from me, the support, the trust and the drivers I wanted to protect. Issei. I didn't take anything from you, Augustine, you alone lost that. Augustine. Shut up. Concrete destruction. Issei. AI spits blood. Augustine. To recover everything lost I must kill you. Issei. What the hell, that didn't feel like one of your usual attacks. Augustine. You're surprised, right? Raises his hand and shows a fragment. Issei. That's it. Augustine. One of the fragments of the lightning sphere, although it is not the complete sphere, its fragments contain great latent power. Issei. Draig. Of course mate booster. Issei. Cyber angelic fall. At that moment he attacked her with everything and yet she was standing without any damage. Augustine. It's amazing how weak you are. Issei. It can't be, he doesn't have any scratches. Augustine. Now with this power I am going to destroy you part by part. Issei. Curse with the sphere piece is stronger and now more destructive than ever. Draig. Mate, let's go. Issei. Yes, like in the old days balance breaker boosted gear scale male. Augustine. Come on until you have tricks up your sleeve. Issei. Now I can use my driver and dragon powers at the same time, I will be able to defend myself from their attacks. Augustine. Silence hi. Multiple energy shocks, blows and waves spread through the place. Augustine. Come on, what else do you want to take from me? Issei. I told you, I didn't take anything away from you. Dragon shot, smoke shot, neon shot and digital missile. Augustine. It's incredible that you can use all your powers at once, it allows you to break my concrete form, but raises his hand and rebuilds his form. We are surrounded by soil, no matter how many you destroy it will come back again and again. Issei. Damn, we have to break his defense with a direct hit. Draig. Mate, there's something we haven't tried in a long time. Issei. You mean? Draig. That consumed all your energy, but now with your driver powers, you will be able to move even after doing that. Issei. Let's do it. Augustine. How much do you talk, concrete eater? Issei. Dodges it now an adventure. Draig. Come on mate. Issei. Yes, illegal move trident. Augustine. But what? Issei. Disintegrator bishop cannon. Augustine. What the hell is going on, how can he attack so quickly? Issei. Welsh sonic boost knight. Hey I take this the put. Augustine. Spits blood. Damn, I'm not going to lose to you again. Concrete earthquake. Issei. I'm not done yet. Welsh draconic rook. After Issei's endless attacks in sequence, even counter-attacking couldn't stop him, he finally broke his defense. Augustine. Falls to the ground. Damn, because you, why do you always take everything from me? Issei. I have not taken anything from you, I have repeated it to you many times, those drivers that you locked up to protect them did not want to live like this. Cardinal Crimson Queen. Augustine. I loved my people, I locked them up to protect them, you don't understand. Issei. That wasn't love, it was oppression, you hurt them and you yourself led them astray, that's something I'll make you understand. Long Ina Smasher. Augustine. Ai. Issei. Deactivates his armor. The truth is I can stand up, but that was very exhausting. Sighs heavily. Augustine. I'm not done yet. Issei. If you're done, it's time for you to listen. Smoke whip. You can see Augustine lying on the ground in distress. Augustine. Looks like I lost, go ahead and finish me off. Issei. You know what I said is true. Augustine. How can you be so sure? Issei. The world is changing, people are changing too, free the drivers, start a new era, and society has accepted them. Augustine. How do you know that locking them up for their protection was not the best thing? Issei. Because I met the girl you locked up a long time ago, the first one you betrayed. Celia. Augustine. Shocked. And what did he say to you? Issei. Well, I didn't talk to her directly, but she showed me what she thought. Approaches Augustine. Augustine. Show me. Issei. Good. Shakes Augustine's hand, getting into his mind and showing him what he saw. When Augustine found me, she was nothing more than a scared girl. He locked me up to keep me safe, but when I get to Seattle and I saw the chaos that you had caused, nothing and no one could touch you, you were unstoppable, you were free. That's when I realized she was the weak one. You showed everyone that lockdown had been enough. And they are the ones who should hide. I learned so much from you, Delson. Now I know that no one can give you freedom. You have to get it. At that moment Augustine would finish seeing what Issei had shown him, the small contact he had with her in the past, when he was still under the name Delson. Issei's expression was tired, while Augustine's was scared. Augustine. Celia. Because. Issei. You see it, but don't blame yourself, it was also my fault. In all these years I haven't found her, nor do I know what she is doing, but when I do I will fix that mistake. Augustine. You're right, what I did was not right, it was all my fault. If I hadn't treated them like monsters, none of this would have happened. Issei. Augustine. Augustine. Gets up. It was a serious mistake to help Black, your counterpart from another universe. Issei. That doesn't matter, what matters is what you do from now on. Augustine. I must amend everything I did to begin with. I will give you the lightning sphere piece without it. Black. But at that moment Black would appear behind her. Black. You disappoint me, Augustine. Augustine. Black. Issei. Damn. Black. Black. You want to leave. Hits Issei with her chain, sending him flying. Poor guy, so weak. Issei. I can't move. Bleeding. Black. You are disappointing, Augustine, you failed and worst of all you betrayed me. Issei. What are you going to do? Black. Black. The same thing that happened to the Augustine of my universe. Augustine. Please no, don't do it. Black. First things first, grabs the piece. Thank you, at least for this your death will be quick. I have in my hands the last of the pieces for the lightning sphere. Thanks, Augustine. Augustine. No, please, no crying. Black. Goodbye. Issei. No. Augustine. Save them all. Issei disintegrates. Black. Be glad at least it was fast. Issei. Damn. Black. The next time we meet it will be on the battlefield and I become a true god. See you later. Issei disappears in the smoke. Issei. Falls to the ground. Damn. Draig. Comrade, come on, resist. Rias. Issei. Issei. Rias faints. Chapter 11. The sphere is complete and the beast emerges. In complete darkness you could see how Issei was surrounded by her. Issei. What is this place? You must stop it. Issei. Who? You know very well. Issei. Black. No to the beast. Issei. The beast, but it was destroyed. Yes, it is true, but that does not prevent it from being born again. Issei. I don't know if I can. You are the heir to Cole's will, the one who defeated the beast. Issei. Because me. Because you are the only one with a pure heart to forgive, and if you can't get over him, you won't be able to face what's coming. Issei. What's coming? Lack Delsoner. Issei. It doesn't matter what his name is, but because he seeks to become stronger, he will explain it to you. The theory of the multiverse, true 12 universes, 12 dimensions. Issei. What do you want to tell me? Ask him what happened in his universe. Issei. I just want this to end. It will do it when you finish with the origin of everything. Issei. Who are you? Cole. The one who inherited the will to move forward. Issei. Wait, you are wake up. Rias. Issei hugs him tightly. Thank you, I'm glad you're okay. Issei. Laughs trying to get up. Rias. Issei, you have to rest. Issei. I can't have the last piece of the lightning sphere. Azazel. Stop. Issei. Azazel. Look at you, you are very exhausted, and in that state going to fight would be like a cow walking to the slaughterhouse. Issei. Gets up. I still have to go. Azazel. For revenge for everything he put you through. Issei. Not for justice, I'm going to save him from despair. Azazel. Okay, but remember this, you are not alone. At that moment all of Issei's friends and colleagues enter the room. Ali. Hyoda, you are my rival and I will get stronger if I go and help you fight those guys. Saji. You are my friend and as such I will fight by your side. Fetch Eugene. You saved us and you are our companion, we will be supporting you as always. Asia. Issei-sen, we distrusted you when you were innocent and now we will support you more than ever. Akeno. Yes, we will not doubt you again. Tiba. You are my friend and partner and I always told you that I would fight by your side. Sonitsubaki. We can't let someone so noble die. Kaneko. Issei-senpai helped me with everything, it's my turn to help you. Roswis. We will not leave anyone behind. Ravel. We will fight by your side always. Zenobia. I will always fight by your side, you are the person who will have my children. Irina. If you are someone precious to us. Hiroka. Issei, Naya, letting you go is something I won't do again. Rias. I love you Issei, and I am willing to fight by your side always, I will not accept no for an answer. Issei. Laughs, guys. Thank you, I don't know how to thank you for this. Azazel. Well, you have to make a plan, right? Issei. I already have one in mind. Smiles. Elsewhere. Black. How are you? Scientist. Sir, it is stabilizing, the pieces are being placed. Black. I expected nothing less from the DUP's best scientist. Scientist. In a few minutes it will be finished. Black. Hurry up, Issei is coming here and I want to be ready when he comes. Smiles. Scientist. Yes, sir. Black. When I have the power of the sphere I will be able to face him. I was the closest thing to a god in my universe and he took my place from me. Very soon, he will pay for it. Clenches his fist. With Issei. Azazel. We have already located their base, they are on the outskirts of the city and well, what is the plan? Issei. All of you will move away and face the DUP army while I go for Black. Ali. How would you face him if he has managed to absorb the sphere? Issei. Eugene, you went to look for him, right? Eugene. Yes, here it is. In his hands you could see a device. Rias. What is that? Fetch. The device that was made to eliminate the driver virus and kill the ICR beast. Everyone is surprised by what they just heard because they thought it was destroyed. Eugene. Issei ordered me to look for it and configure it with the Gen 2 drivers. I honestly thought it was destroyed, but I found it in an abandoned cemetery intact a few streets from where Cole confronted the beast. The explosion must have made it fly. It has not been used for years. Issei. When Black absorbs the powers in the sphere, he will have Gene 1 and 2 in his body. I asked Eugene to modify it to make it more powerful and effective. Eugene. But you will need a large energy source. Issei. I'm counting on that. Eugene. Issei is suicide, you know. At his words everyone pays close attention to what Eugene says. Rias. What do you mean? Eugene. Modifying it affects Gene 1 and 2, we belong to Gene 2, no one from Gene 1 is left alive, but Gene 2 will be affected in the same way as it affected Gene 1, that is, killing it. Issei. That's why I asked Eugene, apart from that modification, another one where it's a small area so that when you are fighting, it won't reach you and you'll die. Rias. Issei, are you saying that you are going on a suicide mission? Issei. I'm sorry but there is no other option. At that all the girls would be shocked and could not help but have a deathly and empty look starting to cry. Azazel. You came back after so long, why do things have to end like this? Elsewhere. Black. Situation. Scientist. Placing the last piece. Black. Go ahead. Scientific. Stability 50%, 60% and rising. Black. Yes, go ahead. Scientific. Stability 60%, 70%, 80%, 90% and 100%. The sphere is complete, sir. Black. Yes indeed, that is the lightning sphere. Soldier. Sir, they attack us. Black. I expected it, send everyone to fight back. Soldier. Yes sir. But Issei. Fetch. Shooting at the soldiers, come on, that's all they have. Rias. Issei, please be careful. Issei. Yes. With Black. Black. Let's try it. Scientist. Sir, I don't think it's the best. Black. Piercing the scientist's heart. Shut up, you idiot, you already fulfilled your purpose, now you can die in peace. Scientist. It will kill us all, you must understand. Falls to the ground and dies. Black. If I get more power I don't care. Grabs the sphere and activates it. Come on, yeah, I feel the power. At that moment a light would shoot out, the sphere would surround Black, giving him more and more power. Ollie. But what is that light? Rias. Issei. Azazel. It gives me a very bad feeling. Issei. Runs towards the light. I activated. Black. Yes, power, more power, with this I will finally be able to, which is not too much, it does not stop, this is. Everyone would see the great figure that rises. Issei. That's. Black. Roars. Now I'll show you what real power is. Issei. The Beast. Chapter 12. Issei vs Black. A large figure appeared before Issei, full of hatred and evil, or at least that's how his heart was filled. Issei. It's time to end this. The Beast's gaze was directed towards the. Issei. Here I am. Black, come face me. Black. Raised his hand with the intention of crushing Issei. Shut up, I'm still having a hard time getting used to it. Issei. Behind Black. Good try, but I'm going to stop you here. Black. We'll see about that, let's get started. Issei. Okay. Black would return to his normal form, but his power was greater than before, he demonstrated control in its entirety. Clashes of chains could be heard everywhere, the two attacked each other ferociously, the Black smile remained as they increased the attack speed of their chains more and more. Black. Receive hell. Demonic fall. Seeing the video demons heading towards the Issei, he began to counterattack to destroy them. Issei. Nice try. Radiant neon sweep. Black. With varying attacks I can do it too. Issei. Damn, he's more powerful than ever. He approached with his smoke displacement, hitting her in the face. Black. Hahaha, and to think that I didn't believe for a moment that you would hurt me. Issei. Black, you must stop. Black. Stop me, no friend, the party is just beginning. He quickly approached Issei, punching him in the face. Black. You like that? Issei. Damn, I'm going to use everything I have. Draig. Here we go, mate. Balance breaker. Black. Wow, so you had more things up your sleeves, let me tell you, I might as well. Lowers his hand and lets down a wave of lightning. The lightning attacks attacked Issei's entire body, the amount of energy was enough to fry anyone alive, but he had managed to put on his armor, although he knew that fighting with electricity is better than receiving a direct attack to raw flesh. Issei. Black. What's wrong, you can't stand a small current of electricity. Issei. Spits blood. Even with the armor I felt that blow, but what the hell, those are Cole's powers. Black. Surprise, the sphere fulfilled its role, you didn't expect it or did you? Issei. We're just getting started. Issei was on his way to punch Black in the stomach. Black. Stops the blow. Come on, what else can you do? Kicks him and breaks his arm. Issei. Draig. Mate. Issei. I'm fine Draig, let's use the Triana combo. Draig. Mate, in that state I don't think it's a good idea. Issei. There is no other option. Draig. Okay mate. Issei. Illegal move. Trident. Welsh Dracona Crook. Take this. Black. Spits blood. Issei. I'm not done yet. Welsh Sonic Boost Knight. Black. Where are you? Looking around. Issei. Behind you. Hits him, lifting him into the air and to finish disintegrating Bishop Cannon. Black. So this is what you can do. Black would be enveloped by Issei's attack, he had received the full combo. Issei. We got it. It can't be. Black. Getting up. I thought you would put up more of a fight, but I was wrong. Wipe some blood from his mouth. Issei. Sighs heavily. I hit him with the combo directly. Black. My turn. Thunderstorm. Issei. Black. That's right, scream, suffer and despair more and more. Issei. It's very strong, I need more power. Black. Well, it's time to give you a quick death and then I will go for your friends, family and colleagues. His words were like an activator for Issei. The rage upon hearing his words manifested itself physically with a dark aura. The anger in him became uncontrolled. Black activated a mental switch in Issei by saying that, Issei, I will kill you, I will kill you, I will kill you. Draig. Balance breaker mode dark. Black. So that's the way the soldiers told me, the way that defeated Zet, but where did so much power come from? Looks at Issei. Issei. I will kill you. Black. That's what you used with Z. He couldn't finish speaking because Issei hit him at that moment, breaking his ribs. Black. Interesting, you really surprise me just when I thought I won. You get up and hurt me. Well, let's take this to the next level. Becomes Black. Let's continue with the fight and see who of the two falls first. With the rest. Fetch. This power. Rias. Issei. Bali. Yes, two great energies are colliding, and also Issei's energy feels like the other time. Eugene. We have to trust him. Azazel. It's true, our job is to take care of them. At that everyone agrees and continues fighting with the Dup forces. With Issei, the fierce fight could be seen between the two, while Black waved his fists to hit Issei. He quickly hit him mercilessly. Neither of them paid attention to the damage they received, blow after blow forming shock waves moving further and further away from the area, until neither of them could see each other. Issei. Die. Dark explosion. Black. I won't allow it. Ion storm. Both attacks collide with each other forming an explosion. The fight was becoming more and more brutal. Issei tore off Black's arm in his beast form, and he responded by regenerating his arm and hitting him, sending him to the ground, but neither gave in nor was exhausted. Both roared with ferocity. They did not care about anything around them, only a thought came from both of them in his head, and it was to kill each other. Black. Hi Issei. Hey Issei subconscious. Issei. What is this? I feel like power flows into me. Draig. Again you are being affected by negative energy, mate. Issei. I can't move. You are going to allow this, you are going to let these negative feelings dominate you. You wanted to stop Black, kill him for revenge or save him from his despair. Issei. What can I do? I can't move. The move. You do not need any part of your body, you need your will, or you have already forgotten. There are still many promises that you have not kept. Maybe you have saved that girl Celia. Issei. No. Have you saved Black from his despair? Issei. No. Maybe will you let Cole's legacy end here? Issei. No. So get up and get out of this darkness. Issei. I'm going to keep going. Hey outside the Issei subconscious. Black. Yes, let's keep fighting more, much more. Issei. Deactivates his armor. No, this must end. Black. Finish, don't you take me seriously. Issei. I will save you right now. Black. Black. Shut up, I'll show you that you won't be able to save them all. Issei. Ash missiles. Black. Aya spits blood. Where did this strength come from? Issei. You won't gain anything by plunging people into despair. Black. Shut up. Throws lightning at him. Issei. Smiles. Thank you. Puts the ICR in front because now it's loaded. Black. Shocked. Impossible that is. Issei. Yes, it's what the first driver used to face the beast. Looks at it. Black. If you activate it you could die too. Issei. You don't understand, right? For my friends and my family, I will fight with death if necessary. Activates the ICR. Black. No, because you are willing to die for people who abandoned you. Issei. Because they were the first people who saved me and noticed a perverted boy like me. Smiles. With the rest. Up soldiers lay fallen and defeated on the ground. Azazel. We all made it. Looks at the sky. Ali. What is that? The light was seen far in the distance, and only one thought came to everyone was about Issei. With Issei. Issei. On the ground. Wow, I didn't die. At least spits blood, but I must say that it hurt too much. After his words, both Issei and Black were seen, both lying on the ground. On the other hand, he opened his eyes. His body had small rays running through his body. He could not move, and he immediately began to laugh at the result of the battle. Black. At least you will live. I really thought I would win. Spits blood. Damn. Ha. Issei. Why did you do it? When I activated the ICR, did you give me more energy? Black. You were so determined to die for others that I could see a light in the middle of the darkness. Maybe here in your universe everything would have gone well if I hadn't gotten in the way. In the end, everything was my envy. Issei. In our fight you saw me use my balance breaker and you weren't surprised. That means you have it too because you didn't use it. Black. In my universe everyone betrayed me, they used me, that's what I believed, but in the end I was the wrong one. They sealed you to Draig, they destroyed it and banished me. I was so angry and furious that when I got my powers I destroyed the Dup and I intended to rule the world, but something got in the way so I went back to Kuo and what I did first was take revenge on everyone. Issei. Why come here to assemble the lightning sphere and not do it in your dimension? Black. Something different happened in my universe. The hero that you know is not what you think. Issei, you must prepare yourself for what is coming. I wanted to defeat him, but I needed more power. I shouldn't have stopped the Dup of my universe. They kept him locked up and then that girl Celia joined him. Issei. Black. Hey these. Black. You may think that this did not end the way you would like it to end, but I thank you with all my heart. Thank you for saving me. After his words his eyes lost their shine and his breath stopped and he had died. Issei. Black, hey, wake up. Draig. Partner died. Issei. Damn. Black's body, his self from another universe, lay on the ground turning to ash in front of his eyes. Draig. I'm sorry mate but we're done. Issei. No, something tells me that this is just the beginning. Rias. Issei. Issei. Laughs. Rias. Runs towards him and hugs him. What a joy, thank heavens you're fine. Issei. Ouch, my whole body hurts. Rias. I was so worried, crying. Issei. Smiles, I told you I would come back. Rias. Issei, let's go back home. Issei. Yes. On a hill you could see all of Issei's companions waiting for him. Rias. Let's go together, grabs his hand. Issei. Gets up, if walks up to them. Issei. When I was talking to Black he mentioned someone, plus Celia the paper host. I suppose there was also one in his universe, but what would he be afraid of and why he wanted more power? It doesn't matter from now on. I have to think about everyone's future, not just mine. Both humans, drivers, angels, fallen angels, gods, demons and heroes. Looks at the boys and smiles. In another place you could see a city in ruins and some girls would come out wrapped in paper. It seems that the Issei of my universe is over. I win. And to think that mine lost, but it doesn't matter anyway. We had to stop Black, now we can continue with the plan. It is true, the plan must continue its course. You too, despite being from different universes, your thoughts are the same. Celia too. Of course freedom is obtained if you are powerful. That is not how you obtained it. First driver Cole McGrath, or should I say the beast. Cole. Now this is where the fun comes. Smiles. End of season. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day. Bye.